This album is by far one of the most anticipated releases of the year. Following the tragic passing of Malcolm Young and return of longtime frontman Brian Johnson, are they able to maintain the classic flair of AC/DC? The pure electric energy they carried for over half a century. Let's power up the speakers and find out, shall we? And here we go. Realize. And just like that, you realize, yes, yes, they can. How is Brian still able to make those damn noises? Right off the bat, you feel yourself grasped by the classic noises that you love so much. It just feels so good. There's nothing else like those riffs that just puncture your ear holes. And the choir harmony vocals in the chorus just take you back to the good old days. Solo starts and it's just classic Angus. So far, so great. Rejection. Very strutting riff to kick this one off. Makes you just want to blast it in your headphones while you're walking down the sidewalk. Brian shows the real soul in his voice when he holds it out for those long notes in the chorus. In the second verse, Angus inserts those little runs. This adds a little more life to the second verse. The solo itself is short, but pretty great actually. I went ooh during the first measure of it. You will not reject this song, as it's what you want from AC/DC. Shot in the Dark. I will try not to compare this song to the classic song from Ozzy of the same name. For a bit, I was kinda hoping it would be a cover. But no, it's more of that classic rock and roll. The verse is a verse. The chorus is where it's at. The type of chorus that will have you singing along with it for a long time to come. It has a chromatic flow to it that sets it apart from the others so far. The melody continues to the solo section and carries you throughout the rest of the song. Through the Mists of Time. Sounding a little different here to me. The riff actually reminds me of a style that Joe Satriani uses a lot. Higher register used when compared to other songs. The song sounds overall different from your typical AC/DC song, and it's a welcome addition. Chillest one so far as well. Solo as well is more melodic than the rest. Just a pretty fantastic song if I do say so myself. Kick you when you're down. Don't kick people when they're down, unless you deserve it. This is another song that sounds very different from what you would normally expect. Everyone always jokes that every song sounds the same when it comes to AC/DC. And while you are partially right, you are more so wrong from when you actually, take a time to listen and when you know something about music. This song is a prime example of that. The little running riff is awesome. Chorus uses more of a tom-driven beat to make it sound chunkier than the rest. Witch's Spell. I believe the lead in the intro is fingerpicked, as it sounds much more pluckier than the rest of the song. There's dynamics in the main guitar that kind of reminds me of Blue on Black from Kenny Wayne Shepherd, and other songs that use that chromatic, run up from the blues scale. Adds more meat to the melody than just following the chords, and helps separate it. It also gives it a little more wonder to match the theme of a witch. Song is more story driven, and of course, rocks. Demon Fire. Ooh, this song is freaking awesome. Favorite song so far. Brian's vocals, the rampant riff, the driving rhythm, all of it, me like. It's a fun, head-banging old time with a little new essence to it. It sounds more akin to a song you would have actually heard back in the Bon Scott days. This is your racing song of the album for sure. We get some of that bass more in the forefront here. It's a simple rhythm, of course, but it's much more in the forefront. A little more chill for a song titled Wild Reputation than you would expect, but I think that's them wanting to go off from that reputation. Song seems like one for the beer drinkers and hellraisers to sit back and chill out to. For those who have been here long enough, no, I usually go in here to say, I have a goal of reaching 100 subscribers. Well, I've reached that goal. It's time to go over the new goal. The next milestone that we must all band together to work to reach. The road to 1,000 subscribers. The real first true hurdle of a YouTube channel. Where you can actually, be taken seriously by the mainstream. Where people pay attention to you. Where, if you know YouTube, you know what happens at 1,000 subscribers. So please, if you've not yet so have done, this is words. If you have not yet done so, please consider subscribing. Join the Fenrirock family. Like, comment, subscribe, jingle the bell. If you have friends you think might like this content, send me their way. I have the music reviews. I have the gaming. I have a little bit of everything for everybody. It's all inclusive. All as one. We all like it here. No Man's Land. Starting in No Man's Land, as honestly, I'm not really a big fan of that intro riff. Too simple, even by AC/DC standards. Thankfully, it gives way in the trenches to a much more dynamic riff. For a bit. There are good elements of the song, Brian being the main one, but overall this is the first blip on the album so far. Systems Down. Solid build-up in the intro. Back to the punchiness. The build-up continues to start the verse and the bridge up to the chorus. The chorus, though, isn't really a huge payoff. It's still solid, but it's not a really good payoff to what felt like was being built up to. I just expected something a little more impactful. Unfortunately, nothing really comes up to save that. Again, it's a solid song, but not enough to make me pumped the way I thought it was going to. Money Shot. Sexy little intro to match the title of Money Shot. When I first read the track list, I had a feeling the song might be about. And I'm sure you can figure that out too. I don't want to get more into it than that because, well, there's kids present. I could be very wrong, or the song is very wrong. Either way, the song is back on track, joining the others in the classic awesomeness. Code Red. Everyone knows Mountain Dew Code Red, but who here remembers Dr. Pepper Red Fusion? Man, I miss that stuff. Back to the music, and we are closing out with quite the banger. This actually sounds closer to an Aerosmith song with the more swing feel to it. Possibly the grooviest song so far, and it was the right choice to close out the album. Leave you on a high note, wanting more. I'm happy to report they have not lost it after all this time. Who were we to have any doubts to begin with? Despite a few hiccups here and there, this is classic rock and roll that only AC/DC could deliver to us. And it is just damn good, or as I like to say, most excellent. You gotta check this one out whether you're a fan or not. I'm gonna bump this one in my car until I really get a true feel of it. Till then, take care.